Hello everyone. Today we will present you Marketing Cloud Personalization. So we will start with a small presentation of what is personalization, and then we should be able to show you some use case. So firstly, what is Marketing Cloud Personalization? It's a product that allow you to personalize your website in real time for the user. Because we assume that when user interact with your website, we know what they do. So we have some behavioral information, and we know who they are in some case. So we have some demographic information. And based on these two types of data, we are able to personalize the web interface. And we call that experience, like displaying some specific experience. So yeah, as we say, like it's a real-time platform because we will be able to personalize the content of the website uh, in a like dynamic way. So this will be very um, helpful, and like the we can get more engagement for the customer. We can also track and analyze what the user is doing on the website with a granular level. So we know specifically that user A is doing something on the website. We understand like the journey specifically, where with a tool from such as Google Analytics, for example, then you will have a global overview of what your users are doing on the website, but you will not be able to see specifically what the user is doing. And it's a product that is that keeps evolving. So initially it was named Evergage, and Salesforce bought it. So when Salesforce bought it, it became Interaction Studio, and now the new name is Marketing Cloud Personalization. I think the name changed last year, and we can see that this product is being integrated to Data Cloud. As you know, in Data Cloud, you can create some sitemap to track your user on the website. So this is initially coming from Marketing Cloud Personalization, the product that we are presenting today. And on top of that, we will see in the future Salesforce personalization, which will allow you to personalize the website exactly like Marketing Cloud Personalization is doing currently. So I think in the future we will see more and more Marketing Cloud Personalization technologies being integrated to Data Cloud directly. Okay, so if we continue to the next slide, so like the different benefits of using personalization for a marketer or a business is that you will be able to build some one-to-one relationship or experience with your user, because based on what they are doing on the website, if they are engaged, if they click or visit specific page, and based on the information that you already have, for example, their email address, their location, you will be able to personalize and deliver like tailored experience on your website. After that, you will have like a data-driven strategy. So it means like now you have an understanding of what the user are doing on the website, and based on that, you will be able to improve the front end of your website and deliver like more like data-driven experience, and this will increase the engagement of your user, because the more you deliver a personalized experience to your user base, the more you will be able to engage the customer, because like the message that you share with your user will resonate in a better way. And on top of that, marketing cloud personalization is the front end of the website, but it's also like omni-channel. So you will be able to send personalized email or like specific Facebook advertising to customer segment. So it's really omni-channel that you can increase the engagement. And lastly, automated recommendation. So this is very true if you have like a news website, for example, or an e-commerce platform. Based on what you know about the customer, you will be able to let some algorithm promote the products that or the article that are best for your user on an individual level. So, for example, if I browse a website that sells shoes and I'm only interested into Nike shoes, then personalization will be able to recommend Nike shoes specifically for me. That's just an example. Um, so yeah, as we mentioned, personalization is real time. So we are able to modify the front end of the website to modify like the experience that the user are seeing when they browse your website in real time. I think that's one of the main advantage of personalization is that we are able to update the content on the website and to modify it in real time because uh, personalization is in fact a layer on top of your website. So we integrate a snippet of code uh, onto your website, and this will allow us to display some front-end banner and some front-end section on the website that are a layer on top. It's not directly built on your website, within your website. It's something on top that we add. We are also able to have an idea of the affinity on what users are interested in. So this will be a sort of a wheel where we will be able to see the interest of the user. So for example, let's say same like the shoes store, like the e-commerce platform, if the user are more interested in Nike shoes over Adidas shoes, I will be able to see it on what we call the affinity wheel. So it's a sort of diagram that would say this user is interested in Nike shoes and maybe other interests such as running, um, uh, something like this. So you will be really able to understand what the user is interested in. And this can really help, for example, your sales team or your service team because they can get an overview of the customer just by looking at the dashboard. But also, the idea is to do that at scale to personalize the experience. And finally, the machine learning analysis. So this is when we talk about product recommendation, for example, with our e-commerce platform, uh, if I if the algorithm will be able to understand the behavior of the user and it will be able to compare the behavior of a specific user with a group of other users and create a relationship between these two groups. So the algorithm will be able to say, oh, I recognize that this user is doing something very similar to all the other users that are interested in Nike shoes. So I will display Nike shoes to this specific user. This is the machine learning part of interaction that is quite interesting. So as we mentioned, there is different um, interesting part of personalization. One of these is unified data. So we are able to merge the information across different platforms. So for example, when we send you email with Marketing Cloud, when you browse a customer portal with Experience Cloud, when you are identified as a lead ID in Salesforce, or if we have like a Shopify account and you have a user ID from Shopify, like the idea is that Marketing Cloud personalization will be able to unify this different profile into a single customer record. So you will be able to see that, for example, John from the Salesforce CRM and John from the Experience Cloud website and John from the Marketing Cloud email, in fact, this is the same person, and you will be able to unify that under one experience, personalization customer profile. Unique journey, so you will be able to deliver a tailored experience for a specific user, because we understand on a granular level what a user is doing on the website, who is he, and we can compare that to a group of other individuals that have similar interest or pattern, and based on that we can deliver like a one-to-one personalized experience through the website. Also, it's cross-channel. So we talk about a lot personalizing the front end of the website, but in fact, is more than that. Is also sending like email journeys through Marketing Cloud that are personalized for the user. It's also like sending like SMS with Mobile Studio, again through Marketing Cloud, but it's another channel, SMS. And also we can trigger some Facebook ads or Google ads with advertising studio in Salesforce. So it's really like, okay, we understand the customer on a demographic level and also on a behavioral level. Now that we aggregate all this information, we will deliver a one-to-one cross-channel experience with like the different Salesforce products that are linked with each other. And finally, real-time updates. So this type of product is real-time. So we will be able to instantly update the front end of the website based on what the user is doing, based on his behavior and demographic. Example of recommendation, smart recommendation. So this is what we discussed with the e-commerce website. We will be able to propose you some products that are fitting with your interests. So let's say you browse the website the first time. We understand that you are looking at Nike shoes over Adidas shoes. If you go on another page of the e-commerce platform that is selling shoes, as an example, we will have a section with all the Nike shoes. This is like the most common example. Targeted offer. So if we realize that you are a customer that is not so engaged into the website and that haven't interacted with our e-commerce platform for a while, then we can display you a pop-up with an offer such as 30% off on this on your next purchase. And all of that is segment based. So we will have a segment that will be able to gather all the users that are not engaged on the website, and based on that we can display what we call a web campaign. A web campaign is the front end that is appearing specifically for some user, and we will display you the 30% of offer. So this is another example. And dynamic content is basically again, if we see that you are interested in specific topic. So for example, let's imagine for our e-commerce website, we know that you are interested in Nike shoes, but we can see that you are interested in running more specifically. Then probably on the next page that you click, we can display a web page that is related to run club, like running club. And all of that is generating dynamic content in real time based on your interests. So this is what personalization can do with some use case. So there is different industry. So for example, like on the financial service recommendation, which is very B2B, we can still work on that with like life stage targeting. For example, when we identify customers that are searching for loans when they are looking for property. We can identify them and add them to a segment, cross-selling opportunity. So it will be, for example, user that already purchase a product. Then we will see what are the other products that our customer could be interested in, and all of that can be displayed directly on the website. And personalized advice. So for example, if we see that the user is interested in loans, for example, through his browsing activity, like what he click on the website, what article he read, then we can display some blog posts, for example, that are fully related to how to get a good loan. So we can personalize the advice and the content of the website for the customer. Um, I think like the good thing about personalization is that is a product that is integrated to Marketing Cloud and the CRM. So Marketing Cloud is almost a native integration. Salesforce bought Evergage, that is now personalization. But when you go into the Marketing Cloud platform, you will have access directly to personalization. And for example, if you purchase personalization without having Marketing Cloud, you will go through personalization with the Marketing Cloud platform. So unify customer data as Marketing Cloud personalization is integrated to Salesforce CRM and Marketing Cloud, you will be able to merge like the different user ID, like for example, contact lead ID and Marketing Cloud contact or subscriber ID in personalization to get this unified customer view. Enhance personalization will be interesting because you already collect a lot of information through Salesforce CRM. So let's say in Salesforce CRM, you have 100 fields about a specific customer. You can import this field into personalization through like ETL, for example. And with that, you will be able to use this data to personalize the content that you display on the website. So you can really improve the personalization that you deliver if you connect to your Salesforce CRM platform, because you already have quite a lot of data there. Campaign activation can be interesting because you already work with Marketing Cloud. So, for example, you can create end-to-end campaign where you will, for example, for end of financial year, you will deliver a series of email, a series of journey, and you will personalize the website, the front-end website, with specific banner and section on the website that are dedicated to end of financial year. So this can be an interesting feature because it's quite connected with pretty much all your actual Salesforce system and one ecosystem. It's because you have access to a product that is already part of Marketing Cloud. So if your team is familiar with Marketing Cloud engagement, they will be able to access this directly. They will be able to access directly personalization through Marketing Cloud. And overall, there is some quite good integration between the platform. For example, we will come back to it later, but what we call the affinity wheel, the diagram that lets you know the interest of the user in personalization, this can be embedded into Service Cloud or Sales Cloud. So you can really integrate all the platform with each other. So I think that's pretty much it in terms of the slide deck. Now what I could do is to give you just a quick overview of the platform. So I will just stop presenting. I think like from your point of view, do you have any question on what is Marketing Cloud personalization so far? Okay. So okay. Uh, okay. So what it looks like at first. So I just give you a quick view. So this is personalization, marketing cloud, sorry. And when you will go to marketing cloud engagement, as you can see here, you have a range of products that are available. And personalization is one product of marketing cloud personalization. So when you open personalization, it will looks like this. So it takes a bit of time to load, but basically it will looks like this. So here you will have your main dashboard with like the different campaign, how often they are displayed, and the number of visitors. And what you will also have is what we call the sitemap. So here you will have something that we call sitemap JavaScript. And if I do that, tac, as you can see here, I have a sitemap that is available. So this is a sitemap that we have populated. And this sitemap, which is some JavaScript code will be passed here. And once I passed my sitemap in here, I will be able to track the user on my website and understand what they are doing. If I go in here, so Northern Trail Outfitter. So this is like the website that is provided by Salesforce to give you an ID. So, and the ID is that in your marketing cloud personalization that is here, you will pass a sitemap that you developed in JavaScript. And then when you click on this button, for example, the sitemap will be integrated into your website and will understand that you click on the button so that you will go into report and in event stream, and here you will have like the button has been clicked, for example. So this is what like the website is doing. So basically, we are tracking like the different button on the website, and we ensure that we are understanding what the user is clicking on, which page is he visiting, and all of that. Another interesting thing is that you will have access to the personalization SDK. So if I click personalization SDK uh, and I do Chrome, okay, uh, Chrome tag, here as you can see, I will be able to install this on my Chrome browser. And once I get this extension installed, I will be able to click here and to click on the visual editor. So personalization is like the platform that we have seen, but it's also like a Chrome extension that allow you to access to access like the website in a different way. So what I mean by that is that when you enable like the Chrome extension, as you can see, we can enable it. You will get access to a wheel that will allow you um, to edit the website. So if I write Salesforce personalization, marketing cloud, yeah. So this is like the affinity wheel that we discussed before. But what I would like to show you is once we are able to launch, we will be able to enable the Chrome extension. So if I come back to the website NTO, as you can see here, when I enable like the Chrome extension that we installed, we are able to see that there is a JavaScript snippet that is embedded into like the Chrome extension into the website. Like the name, for example, is Salesforce demo NTO. So the name of the dataset is NTO, and the version of it is like 16. So basically, what you can do when you go on a website is to download this Chrome extension, and when you click on it, like Salesforce will say, yes, there is a Salesforce Marketing Cloud personalization snippet that is installed. And if you are connected to the same website with it, you can enable the visual editor, and the visual editor will give you access to the sitemap that we discussed here. So like the piece of code that allow you to track the user when they browse your website, but also to launch some web campaign and to create some web templates that will allow you to personalize the user website. So, for example, let's say I'm interested in men's clothes. I will be able to display a banner directly in here. So what I can do now is to give you a few examples, like in the real estate context. So, for example, what we could have is like a banner on top of the website here directly. So a sort of like ribbon like this that I could personalize with the name of the user. So, for example, let's say I'm a website that is selling. I'm a property developer that is selling house. When John is visiting my website, I can display a banner, "Welcome back, John." After that, so welcome back. And here, like the process is pretty simple. We identify a user from Marketing Cloud when we send an email campaign, and we already know their first name, last name, email address. When they come back on the website, we display an hero banner with the first name. What we can also do is, let's say your user visits a property website and click on a specific button to show that they are interested into they show an interest. So for example, a button called lodge an EOI, an expression of interest, for example. Let's say they click on it. If I already know my customer when he is browsing the website, because Marketing Cloud is integrated with personalization. So let's say I already know their email address, and I know that is, let's say, John that is visiting my website. When he click on the button and this button equal the user is interested in buying, I can trigger a Marketing Cloud journey that is also directly available in Marketing Cloud if we go in Journey Builder. So this can be a very interesting action. So we can ensure that John will be interested into a product, and we can nurture him to give him additional information. So, for example, who we are, testimonial of our customer, all the type of nurturing action that will help us to ensure that John feel trust with us and is ready to buy or to purchase a property. Other thing, like as we mentioned, we can modify some zone, some section on the website based on user interest. So let's say they are interested, um, like they are located nearby when they browse the website, our website that is selling property. We can show them on a map. Okay, you are located here at the moment. Here are all the shops that you could find in the area where you will potentially purchase a property. So this can be interesting as well. Um, Another thing that we can see as a use case is, let's imagine that you have a form on your website, and it's a pretty long form. So let's say you have 15 fields on this form. What you could potentially do is send a recovery email when user stop to fill out the form. If they don't click on the submit button, they just fill out the three first field of your form and then they give up on it. You could send like a reminder recovery email with Journey Builder again, that is in Marketing Cloud, that will help you to bring back the user on the form so that he can finalize it. Um, Personalized recommendations. So let's say you have a user that is browsing your website and you understand his interest. You can recommend him like specific house or specific article that are related to the type of property that is interested. You will be able to see on the affinity wheel. So the affinity wheel uh, in personalization is like the diagram that we talk about. So this is like your personalization dashboard. And each user will have an affinity wheel that will help you to understand uh, what they are interested in. Let's say in a real estate use case, if you are a property developer, you could have like property type, townhouse, and for example, land. So this could be like located in here. And this will help you to get an understanding of what the user is interested in. And based on that, you could create a section on the website that will be dedicated to what the user is interested in. So this is another example. So yeah, like the affinity wheel that we have shown in here on this website, this wheel can be embedded into your Salesforce CRM. Because not every sales or service people have access to your CRM. So, like what we could do is using the affinity wheel embed into Salesforce CRM so that they got access. Okay. And personalized dashboard and products. So when people use your website, you will be able to display them some specific dashboard, some specific products based on their behavior. So, for example, if they are more interested in land, you could display a dashboard with the current price of land around them, or information that are related to their finance, for example, into a property use case. So I think